360 cam, the next revolution when it comes to videotaping. Virtual reality is becoming one of the big things, alongside with the drone, especially last year when it first fully entered the market. This one in front of me happens to be the Samsung 360 2016 edition, I believe is the edition they're calling it, since 2017 one has been released. So I went ahead and picked one up and see how convenient it is having a 360 cam. You can see this thing fluctuating in prices anywhere from $100 to the $80 price range on Amazon. So let's go test it out to see how convenient it is having a 360 cam, and to show you, is it necessary to have one, and if it's something you should pick up. Okay, so before we go into the video, I do want to say during that introduction, I was on vacation, and at that time I took that time to take this little device to some roller coasters. So although it's not going to be in 360, I'm going to have a link to those 360 clips in the description, but ideally this is how you'll be holding the 360 cam, kind of like a GoPro. GoPro accessories works with the 360 Samsung, but I'm not sure about other cams, but that's the reason why I chose the Samsung one, since it does have a little screw on the bottom that allow you to hook up to any GoPro accessory. You are going to have an adapter. I'll demonstrate it furthermore in the video. So generally, my overall impressions about having a 360 cam was actually pretty good. The amount of footage I captured at the park came out to be pretty unique, like something bizarre, something that looks professionally made almost. But one thing I noticed about this camera is that I think this is how all 360 cams are as well. They're not always focused on a certain object, so all the other images, everything around will be out of focus. Although this camera was recording at 4K at 30 FPS, nothing was fully focused. So a lot of my footage got a little bit blurry, but not too bad, but it looks around like 720 or 1080p as you guys are seeing in the footage. And then although this camera had two lenses, I noticed whenever we're going up like certain roller coasters, the glare from the sunlight will have one glare side on the front camera, but when you look in the back, it's completely gone. But if you look on top, you can see the line where the lens separate. That is because when you import these images on the PC stitches it all together. But if you have a Samsung phone, you can also view this live on your smartphone device. Me, unfortunately, the only way I was able to view this video footage was by using the Samsung software that they provide, since it's not supported for iPhones, but there are some 360 cams that work for iOS and Android. But I was shocked how durable this camera was. I was treating it as if it was an action cam, which pretty much kind of was. I took it on water rides, and it did get splashed a couple of times, and all the buttons still functioned properly. Although it's not really recommended. Although it is water resistant, I don't think it's waterproof, so I would not go swimming with this. But small splashes in rain was actually pretty good. And for an $80 camera, I didn't really have much to really lose compared to a $500 action cam. I did do a comparison test between the GoPro Hero 3 Plus Black Edition versus this 360 Samsung cam, and shoots pretty well because in settings you're allowed to disable a certain camera. So I could disable the back camera so I could just capture the front. This way I could just treat it like an action cam, but there was a lot more glare than there was on the Hero 3. So this is how I got these two comparison, by having it mounted on my car. And yeah, it was actually pretty good. Just the only thing I didn't like about the Samsung is the wind. It captures more wind noise than the GoPro did. The microphone has like some sort of glitch where it just makes a weird, annoying whistle. Here, take a listen. Sorry if I hurt your ears. But yeah, it makes that noise on wind conditions. But just like the Hero 3, like if you want good audio, you get an external microphone. You never want to do internal microphone, especially on driving. And then if you have it mounted regularly on your vehicle, I could definitely see like someone who's using this for autocrossing, skydiving, or any extreme sport that requires like head motion. This camera will definitely make your videos look a lot unique, and it's a good way to memorize the experience. Also, exporting this and sharing it on social media platform, it's super easy. It's just like any other video. Most platforms now support 360 video, so it's literally just click and drag and it's already uploaded. But for $80, this camera is actually good value in my opinion. 360 cams aren't really necessary, but the way it captures the moment, it's actually quite unique. And for that, I say this is actually a buy it. I know that recently the GoPro released the Fusion, which is like a $700 360 cam. I'm not too sure about that, but for this thing takes photos as well. For $80, there's nothing really to lose. There you folks have it. That's my experience when it comes to having a 360 camera. So if you decide on picking one up, let me know down in the comment section down below. I want to hear your thoughts, your opinion. But this was my conclusion, my experience having a 360 cam. You let me know if you think it's worth it. In my personal opinion, it's a cool tool. It's a cool feature. It's a cool thing to have around, but it's necessary for your video photography. The content's hard to produce. It's hard to edit, and it's not as convenient, and the image quality isn't that great. But for $100, you could also disabling the front camera to turn this into a action cam to work with all your GoPro accessories. This is actually a great value. But I don't know, just let me know down in the comment section down below. But if you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more upcoming tech related videos. But until next time, peace.